Hi there, it's day 4 of the Mindfulness Challenge, and today we're going to do something very different. Instead of the traditional meditation practice, I'm going to show you how you can do just about anything mindfully. So let's think about our daily activities. Most of the activities that we do every day, we kind of try to multitask while we do them. So perhaps we're doing the laundry, but we're also watching TV. I'm going to show you how you can actually try to unitask when you do some of your daily activities, and that will be a practice of mindfulness. So we take whatever activity it is, and we try to focus only on that activity. A great activity to start with is eating. So obviously we're mostly eating every day, but while we're eating, we may be doing a lot of other things. So for this exercise, you can take any item of food, but I would recommend something that you can hold in your hand because we will be holding it. So a small piece of fruit or maybe a nut would be a great idea. So you can pause the video and go get a snack, for instance, a raisin or maybe a peanut, whatever you might have on hand. And I'm going to actually use figs because we have a lot of fig trees in our yard and we're really wanting to make use of them right now. So go ahead and go get that snack and I'll see you in a moment. So to start this practice, let's go ahead and take a couple of deep cleansing breaths as we did in the other practices. And to start, you can leave your eyes open because we'll actually be using our sense of sight. And take your food item and place it in your hand. I'd like you to bring a sense of curiosity to the practice. Imagine that you were a child and you just discovered this item for the first time, like you had never seen it before. So using our sense of sight, we're going to take in the visual aspect of the food, looking at the color, observing the way the light shines on it, turning it around, looking at all different angles, and then also using our sense of touch. What is the texture like? Is it smooth? Is it rough? This fig has some ridges in it, and it's smooth. And next, going to our sense of smell. You can close your eyes for this one. Taking in a deep inhalation so that we can fully be aware of the aroma. And you may even notice that as you're doing this, your mouth starts to water. Or, it's anticipating what it might be like to have this food in your mouth. And so we're going to do that next. And I've cut up a fig here. And so I'm not going to do this right now, but you can do this. You can place it on your tongue and without eating it, but just place it on your tongue and observe what happens. You probably will notice some salivation. You'll maybe notice an impulse to eat it, and then after you've let it rest on your tongue for a moment, you can take a small bite. Now don't swallow yet. Just allow the food to be in your mouth for a moment and observe the flavor, observe the change in texture of the food, and also notice your impulse to swallow. And then go ahead and swallow the food and feel it go down your esophagus and into your belly. And so if you're going to practice this at any time, what I would recommend is you might get a little bit of a meal and take one bite, and don't go for the next bite until you've fully digested, fully taken in the first bite, until it's completely gone. And then be aware of, again, your impulse to eat more, but also just pay attention to your hand as it moves toward the plate to get more food. So mindful eating is really amazing to experience, because what you'll notice is that food actually tastes much better than it normally does. And why is that? Well, that's because we're normally not even really paying attention to the taste of the food. We're often just quickly eating while we're doing something else. So we might not be even aware of what the food looks like, what it smells like, what it tastes like. So the really cool thing is that you can bring this new awareness that you've practiced with your other mindfulness practices to the experience of eating, and it kind of transforms that experience. And what I also found is that I end up eating less when I'm practicing mindful eating, because my body, I'm tuned into my body, and I'm eating more slowly, and my body's going to tell me when it's full. So I highly encourage you to practice mindful eating today. The great thing is you can do it whenever you're eating. You don't have to go through this full exercise that I did, but just decide to eat without doing anything else. Turn off the TV, put the phone away, and just bring your attention to the experience of eating. I promise you, you'll enjoy it. So tune in for tomorrow when I'm going to talk about how to establish a mindfulness practice.